Have you ever noticed that the less you care, the more everything seems to work in your favor? It's not just a coincidence, it's a psychological truth. When you stop seeking approval, stop chasing validation, stop obsessing over people who don't see your worth, you become magnetic. This isn't about being cold or emotionless, it's about mastering the art of detachment. In this world, power isn't always loud. It's silent, still, and deeply self-assured. And today, I'm going to teach you how to access that power. There's something intoxicating about someone who doesn't need anything from you. When you're detached, you're dangerous, not because you're rude, but because you're free. The person who needs nothing controls everything, and that person can be you. We've been conditioned to believe that caring more makes us better people. But there's a difference between being compassionate and being consumed. When your happiness depends on how others treat you, what people think of you, or how many likes you get, you're not free. You're a puppet, and the strings are in everyone else's hands. So how do we cut those strings? You start by understanding that you are enough, without proof, without applause, without a performance. Friedrich Nietzsche once said, "He who has a why to live can bear almost any how." That why has to come from you, not the world around you. When you live for others' approval, you die by their rejection. So, the first tip is simple but hard. Validate yourself first. Praise yourself. Approve of your own efforts. Show up for you like you'd show up for someone you love. Because if you don't love being alone with your thoughts, why should anyone else? Next, learn to respond, not react. Emotional discipline is a superpower. When you react to everything, you give away your power constantly. Someone says something disrespectful, breathe, pause, choose silence. Not everything deserves your energy. Detachment means you observe without absorbing. You see things clearly, but don't drown in them. You stop arguing to be right and start prioritizing your peace. Another key, focus on what you can control, your effort, your attitude, your habits. That's it. The rest, surrender it. Let it go. You can't force love, success, or timing, but you can become the kind of person who naturally attracts those things by becoming unbothered, centered, and intentional. The moment you stop chasing is the moment things start finding you. That's not magic, it's mindset. Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This is detachment in action. Things will happen, people will disappoint you, life will throw curveballs. But your reaction, that's always yours to shape. Detachment doesn't mean you feel nothing, it means you stop letting those feelings control you. Here's something practical. Make silence your friend. Not everything requires a response. Not every insult needs a comeback. Maturity is when you stop trying to prove yourself in every room. The quietest one in the room is often the most powerful. When you say less, you observe more. And that observation gives you clarity about who's genuine, who's draining, and where your energy truly belongs. Now let's talk social media, the highlight reels, the fake perfection. If you constantly compare your life to what you see online, you'll always feel behind. Detach, unfollow, mute. Log off if you need to. Protect your mind like your life depends on it. Because it kind of does. Real peace doesn't come from scrolling, it comes from self-mastery. Create distance from anything that makes you doubt your worth, whether that's a person, an environment, or a mindset. Remember, if it costs you your peace, it's too expensive. Life becomes lighter when you stop trying to carry things not meant for you. And finally, practice non-attachment, not just from people but from outcomes. Do the work, show up fully. But don't attach your happiness to the result. Why? Because you can't control everything. But you can walk away from anything that tries to control you. When you stop caring in the right way, everything shifts. You start attracting instead of chasing. You feel lighter, clearer, bolder. You step into rooms like you belong there, because you do. And when people see that you're not trying to impress anyone, they can't help but be drawn to you. So here's your reminder. You don't need permission. You don't need to explain. You don't need to prove. Protect your energy like it's sacred, because it is. Start practicing quiet confidence, unshakable calm, and focused detachment. You're not cold, you're clear, you're not heartless, you're healed. And from this moment forward, you're not overextending. You're choosing you.